for the lesson also. Okay, so let's start then with the class today. And I want to start today with phrasal verbs, maybe some phrasal verbs that you know how important they are for our for this test and to do the test, of course, but also it's going to help us to really understand more the meaning of these phrasal verbs. So we have here, for example, a list of phrasal verbs with come and go. And what I want is for us to see if, sorry, if we can really understand the meaning of this, or maybe to know exactly how these phrasal verbs go. For example, here we have that some of these verbs go with come, and some others go with go, right? So maybe we can work together here. First of all, maybe to know which one goes with which one, right? For example, across. For example, Andrea, can you tell me maybe across goes or collocates with what? With come or with go? Andrea, are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Okay, Andrea. So, for example, come goes with what here? What do you think collocates come with
I think that is with go.
No. Well, the thing is that you see, we have come, right? And we have go, right? So we need to know uh, which of these verbs collocates with these ones, right? So for example, or let's do that. Let's do something else. For example, across. Across goes with come or goes with go.
With go.
Well, in this case, it goes with come. Okay, so maybe if you have a pencil and a notebook, we can start writing. So we say come across, right? And in a moment, we're going to see the meaning of these phrasal verbs. I'm sorry, I'm just telling for them to put down the volume of the TV. Sorry. Okay, so now, for example, well, hi Mildred, welcome. Mildred, ahead goes with which do you think goes ahead? Come or go?
Go ahead.
Correct. Go ahead, right? Okay, very good. Now, Jahaira, what about by? Which one do you think goes with by?
Go.
Very good. Go by. Very good. Um, well, we're waiting for Susana, but let's again, Jahaira, for example, off. Which one goes with off?
Go out.
Oh, with off, with off.
Ah, uh, 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 I think that is come off.
Go. I mean, that can be go off. What about
Go off.
what about out, Andrea? Out.
Go out.
In that case, we come out. Come out. What about through, Mildred? What about through?
Come through.
That will be go through. So please write them down because I really want for us to practice this. And in a moment, I will give you the meaning of these phrasal verbs because that's also something very, very important, right? Okay, so you see how important. That's why I want to take the time today to see these phrasal verbs. These phrasal verbs are going to be definitely in the test, right? So we definitely need to know how they go and the meaning of them, right? And I will also send it to you. We're going to see the meaning, but I will copy paste it on your WhatsApp so that you can have the meaning of these phrasal verbs also. Okay, what about up? We're with who's next? I think it's Susana, right? Well, Susana, welcome, and Lindsay. Just for you guys to know, we are seeing these phrasal verbs, and we are determining which one goes with, for example, which goes with come goes with which of these ones, and go goes with some other ones here, right? So we're just seeing that right now. So I think it's I don't know if it's Jahaira again. For example, up, which one do you think goes with up?
Come up.
That will be go up. Okay,
Ah, okay.
go up. And Andrea, the last one, up with sorry.
Go up with.
Believe it or not, is come up with.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
don't worry, don't worry. So you see, that's why I'm seeing this, because we get confused with this a lot, right? Dear teachers, we get so confused with how to combine these phrasal verbs, and also we might get confused with the meaning of these verbs, right? So let
But
me, yes.
I have a question. Why you use go up and the next one with come up?
Yeah, remember, very, very good question. Remember that
What is the difference?
we're gonna see the difference in a moment, okay? We're going to see the difference in a moment, but it's just things that collocates with each other, okay? And that's why I'm going to, let's see the meaning of each of these verbs, and then we're going to do a little practice to see if we can understand it, okay? Okay, let's go with the first one. Your question, Andrea, come up with, okay? What is the meaning of come up with? Sorry. Okay, let's see what's
Teacher,
going on here.
sorry, are you going to share these with us later?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay,
I
thank
will.
you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my computer. Give me a second. It's a little bit going crazy. Okay, I think weird. Okay, let me see what's going on here. I'm sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, now come up with, what is the meaning of this phrasal verb? Okay, so it is to suggest or think of an idea or plan. For example, you say, yeah, he came out with a great idea for the ad campaign, right? So that is the way of using this phrasal verb, right? To suggest or think of an idea or plan. So I don't know if you have heard it on TV, right? Or people says, yes, well, he came up with this idea, right? He came up with this suggestion, right? So it is to suggest or think of a plan or an idea, okay? So that would be the difference. And the moment we're going to see the other one with go up, right? Now, go ahead. What is the meaning of go ahead? Well, it's to start to do something. And actually that I want for us to hopefully get or understand today is that some of these phrasal verbs, they have a lot of meaning, like even 2 or 3, right? So that's why it's very important for us to know how to use it and when to use it, and also to identify these phrasal verbs if we are reading a text, if we are doing one of the parts of the test. Remember, when you need to, when they give us a keyword and we need to do the same sentence, remember that one? We need to know exactly how these work, right? So for example, go ahead. The first meaning is to start to do something, right? So for example, we have received permission to go ahead with the music festival in spite of opposition from local residents, right? So here we have this example, right? To start to do something. Also, said to someone in order to give them permission to start to do something, right? So you can say, could I ask you a rather personal question? Sure, go ahead, right? I am uh, telling, yes, you have the permission to ask the question, right? Sure, go ahead. The third meaning in this case is if an event goes ahead, it happens. For example, the festival is now going ahead as planned. That means that it's happening, right? Uh, Talking about an event. So you see, I mean, you see all the meaning that this verb has. Also, it says an occasion when permission is given for someone to start doing something or for an event or activity to happen. For example, the government has given the go ahead. In this case, this is like a noun, right? But it's really it's the go ahead, right? So we have here the government has given the go ahead for a multi-billion proud road building project. right? So that means that, again, an occasion when permission is given for something, right? So all of this, we see that go ahead, that's all the meanings for go ahead. Now let's go with go up, right? The question that Andrea was asking. Well, go up is to move higher, rise, or increase. For example, the average cost of a new house has gone up by 5% to 276,500 pounds, right? So is when, in this case, is when it's raising up, right? Also, very, very important, to suddenly explode. Very interesting, right? We can say there is a gas leak at the whole building, and the whole building could go up at any moment. So in that case, go up is a synonym to say explode. Okay, so that's also very, very important, because sometimes we don't know that meaning, right? Maybe we might even know the first one, to rise up something, but most of the times we as teachers, we don't know that go up means also explode, right? So that's something very, very important. Now go by, let's go with the other one. Go by is, it means to move past in space or time. You can say you can watch the trains going by from this window. Okay, so in that case we have that example, to move past in space or time. Now come out, come out, well, that means to go somewhere with someone for a social event, right? That one, I think that one is easy for us, right? Would you like to come out for a drink sometime, right? So it's to go somewhere with someone for a social event. So this is a very, very specific phrasal verb for a specific situation, right? Now let's go with come across. In this case, what is the meaning of come across? I'm sorry, is to behave in a way that makes people believe that you have a particular characteristic, right? So you can say she come across really well, creates a positive image on television. This one is very, very interesting, right? It's to behave in a way that makes people believe that you have a particular characteristic, right? Now let's go
Teacher,
with, yes,
can you give us like an example with a negative connotation?
of which verb?
For example, in this case, instead of really well, you can say like really, I don't know. You can use it with negative connotation.
Yes, you can use it for a very, yeah, for negative connotation. For example, if you have an interview with somebody, right? You say, well, she didn't come across very well, right?
Okay.
That means that, yeah, she didn't create a positive image, and maybe that person is not gonna be hired, right? So yeah, definitely you can use it for a negative connotation. Very good question.
Okay, thank you.
Now, go through, for example, if a law, plan, or deal goes through, it is officially accepted or approved, right? So we can say here, a city council member said that the proposals for the new shopping center were unlikely to go through, right? So again, go through is mostly when we talk about laws or plans or deals that are officially accepted or approved, okay? So this one is very interesting, right? Also, I'm going to send you this right now because I want for us to do the activity, and let's see how it goes. Now, go off, okay? This one is normally we know this one, right? If a light or a machine goes up, it stops working, right? We can say the lights went off in several villages because of the storm. Maybe this one we know it, right? But talking about bombs, it also, if a bomb goes off, it explodes also, right? So for example, I can say the bomb went off at midday. That means that it exploded, right? But in this case, it's normally with a bomb, right? Talking about a bomb in specific. Also, if a gun goes off, it fires. Kind of interesting, right? We might think that it's backwards, right? We might think that I say, well, his gun went off, accidentally went off. That means that como se apagó. No, it's totally the opposite, right? It means that it fired, right? So you can say his gun went off accidentally. Oh, wow, dangerous, right? So this one is very, very, very important. Also very interesting. You see how many things go off means. In this case, if food or drink goes off, it is not good to eat or drink anymore because it is too old. This one is very, very interesting, right? I kind of like this one because this can be also very useful when we're talking, right? Or if somebody tells us that, we need to be careful. So he says, this bacon smells a bit funny. Do you think it's gone off? Right? So again, this is mostly for food or drinks, right? When we say in Spanish, se puso malo. So this
Okay.
one is very, very interesting. Yes, Susana, do you have a
Teacher,
question?
question.
Huh?
Is it used like an adjective or kind of, or like to give
Kind of, yeah, because
you're giving a
very,
characteristic to, in
very,
this
very
case,
interesting. Yeah,
like,
this is a very, very interesting question. It's a verb. It's like, for example, como que if we say se puso malo, right? In that case, it's also like a
o
verb, right?
está pasado.
Sí, o está pasado, right? So, but yes, it's kind of interesting. But it is really a verb, right? But very, very, very good question. Well, you guys are doing very good questions today. Now, also, this one is very, very interesting. If a warning device goes off, it starts to ring loudly or make a loud noise. We say the alarm should go off automatically as soon as smoke is detected, right? Kind of interesting. We might think here that con apagarse, right? If the alarm should go off, but it's not. No, it's if it starts ringing in a loud way, right? So this is again, this is something that we need to learn because maybe our brain, talking about lights, yes, right? The lights went off, but if we're talking about bombs or in this case alarms, or so is totally the opposite, right? Now, it also means to leave a place and go somewhere else. For example, she's gone off on holiday with Tony, right? So very interesting also to leave a place and go somewhere else, right? So go off, when we're talking about people, is that they left, right? Very interesting, right? Teachers, is very, very interesting. All these meanings for this word. Let me send you this information. I think it's important for you guys to have it. And maybe let me send it to you right away. Actually, I'm going to send it to you right now. And let's see here. Okay, Grecia, right? Yeah. So I already sent you the information so that you can have it there just in case you want to check the meeting. But I just want for us to see we can do this part. Okay, let's do this this activity over here where it says, well, make this make phrasal verbs with come and go to use in a suitable form in A and H, right? So let me, maybe if you want, I can send you this. I can send you the verbs so that you can have them there. And with with the computer, you can. Well, let me erase my face here. Let's see here. Just give me a moment. Okay, so these are the verbs that I want for you guys to use, the ones that we just saw. And let's sorry. So let's try to do this or complete these sentences with these verbs, okay? So from A to H. So let's do that. I can give you some minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then we can check them and see how it. Remember, you need to, if depending on the tense, you need to change the verb, right? If it's past, then you need to change it with went, right? Or if it's in past perfect, also gone, right? And so on. Okay, so let's see how it
Teacher,
goes.
sorry, with the come and go phrasal verbs.
Correct, with a come and go
Okay.
phrasal. If you have questions, please let me know, or when you're finished, also let me know so that we can check it.
Teacher, do you think that we may have like different meanings, like extra meanings from the ones you gave us for this exercise?
Let me check. The thing is that, well, I grabbed them directly from Cambridge, so
Okay.
it might be exactly the ones. Yeah, I actually I'm going to send you that link also. It's a Cambridge dictionary, and for example, you can check phrasal verbs, or you can check whatever words that you might see in a reading or something that we are doing. But I grabbed it directly by Cambridge, so probably they don't have like another meaning, right? But we can check it out and see. But
Okay.
remember, I think I sent you right the book of phrasal verbs. If you can, take the time, remember to read them and maybe memorize one or two per day. It's very, very important for us, right? Because uh, phrasal verbs are a very, very important part of these tests, right? So, but I just grabbed these ones that I think are one of the most important ones for us to be able to improve, right? Ready to check? If you don't get one sentence, don't worry, you can go with the other one, right? I just
I did it, but I don't know if I did it in the
if it's
correct
correct
way.
or not.
It's because
worry.
I am working with the cell phone, and if I read the sentence, I couldn't read the definitions.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit difficult. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
mechanism
have a
is.
mess.
Don't worry. Well,
Yeah.
let's check it then. Okay, let's check the answers. Actually, I have them here. No, not here. Give me a second. I have them, yeah, here. So please check them. You can check them. So now A will be come up with, B go ahead, C went up in the past, D went by, E came out in the past also, F came across, G went through, and H gone off. So please check the answers so to see how it went. And again, please, in your Cambridge studying time, please grab your time to study some phrasal verbs. Remember that at least I was telling you to have 10 minutes per day, at least, right? So you in those 10 minutes, or at least in the week, grab one day just to study maybe phrasal verbs, because we see how how important this is, right? Not only for
Sure,
the
can
test,
you,
but also for our speaking. Yes.
sorry, can you send us the phrases to practice later a little bit more?
Oh, the answers, you mean these answers?
Not the answers, the phrases. Did you send the phrases to the WhatsApp group? Not
Oh, okay,
the.
yeah, I got it, yeah, sure, let me help you with that. Let me send it to you right now, actually. Yes, you guys can practice this. It's very, very important for you to practice. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Okay.
I think
Okay.
that G and H, these are the ones related to the question I did before, because the meanings we were studying are not like related to the use.
The use. Let me check.
No, in
The
these two sentences. Yes, I think so.
Which sentence are you talking about?
G and H.
G and H. Okay.
Yes, I just went through and gone off, but the meanings that we were studying are different, I think, from
Yeah.
the
Remember
use of
that.
this sentence.
Remember that. Go through. Maybe we can go back here. Go through. So yeah, go through is if a law plan or deal goes through is officially accepted or improved. Yeah, you're right. This one, yeah.
Maybe it has another meaning.
Yeah, I think that go through is when, for example, like when you also going through some event, right? Or for example, yeah, that person is going through a difficult time, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's another way of saying it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and
maybe.
Gone off.
And let's see, we go off. In this case, will be H, right? I used to love science fiction, but I really love recently. Yeah, yeah, definitely that one has, well, go out has a lot of meaning, right? But minutes, but yeah. Let's see if one rise to legal place. Let me check and see the other one. Well, maybe when we finish this, I'm gonna check with go up. And please remind me, because yeah, there might be another one that we're missing with go up. The thing is, it has so many meaning that maybe I skip one. But yeah, in that case, yeah, it's talking about maybe to not be or to lose interest in something, right? Like I am not that into that a lot anymore, right? But we can check it and see. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, I want to also take advantage of time. Remember that last week I was going to tell you how to write an essay. Remember that the reading test is also a very important part for this test. And part one of the reading test is that we definitely need to write an essay, right? And we definitely need to know the procedure, how to do it, and how to write it, right? So maybe as a homework, actually that would be like the first homework that we have is for you guys you have a week to write an essay, and so that I can check it and give you some feedback of it, right? But let me explain to you, actually you have it in your WhatsApp. I sent it to you last week. And over here where it says C1 Advanced CAE Essay Structure, this is just give me a moment, please. I just need to give me a moment. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now this is the format that we need to follow to when we need to write an essay. So we need to, in this case, remember each of these parts is a paragraph, okay? So in the introduction, it says present and develop the essay question in your introduction. In a moment, we're gonna see what's the question and what is the format, or how are we going to see exactly the exercise of the essay in the test, okay? Then the second one is the first body of the paragraph. It says describe the first point, argument from the notes, most important. Second body paragraph, describe the second point, argument from the notes. The third body paragraph, explain the final point and links to the others. And conclusion, a summary of what you have said. Something very important is that we cannot use first person in the introduction, first paragraph, second and third body. Please never say I think, I believe. You can even make up things. You can say in this newspaper article, it says that, or you can say in this survey, it says that, but never say I, okay? You can only use first person in the conclusion, okay? So that is something, please, if you are writing, please write that, because that's something very, very important. In the essay, you cannot write first person in the other in the parts, only in the conclusion, okay? Also please yes, Susana, do you have a question?
Yes. Is it okay to use I in the conclusion? If we do that? Okay.
Yeah, in the conclusion, yes, you can say I believe, or I think, or in my opinion, right? But yeah, be careful with the others, okay? Don't do that. And also remember that the essay is, you need to write in a formal way. So you are not allowed to write, to say isn't, right? Or no, you need to say is not, or so don't write in abbreviations, please. You need to write do not, or he is not, right? Don't say isn't or anything like that, right? And try to use a little bit of the formal vocabulary. Something that a tip, a very, very important tip. Remember, we have seen clauses, we have seen conditionals. Try to include something like that in the essay, because if you include these type of things, they maybe won't pay attention a lot on your spelling. You have